Anybody was gonna call me a dog, essentially, like, she's good. She's like, yeah, I am a Chihuahua and I yip, and that's it. Like, I love her. It was very funny. She handled it well.
Welcome back to Behind the Drama, where we're breaking down everything that happened on last night's wild episode of 90 Day The Last Resort. We're going to be getting into everything from Florian getting mad over the lack of a party invite.
Come on, sweetheart, too late. Too late.
I was under the impression that we were all invited as a group.
I never hear nobody invite me.
Natalie and Josh's problems.
And I'm afraid because I realized that Josh and I want different things. And now I don't even know if he's at the resort anymore.
And Jasmine and Florian's fight.
Chihuahua, you want a tree? You want a tree?
I just hope that Stacey leaves your ass.
Today we're joined by Alex and Loren. How are you both feeling? Ready to get into the drama?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the group therapy session that Rob and Sophie took part in.
Sophie's environment growing up was not healthy for Sophie. Her mom was an addict, and her mom has not prioritized raising Sophie in a way that makes her a compassionate and considerate partner. She was just doing her. And Sophie and her grew up in a house together. And it's like, and I know that by the time I'm in the picture, all I am is the first thing that's really pulling Sophie away from this entire life that Sophie's had with her mom.
He called out her mom and she got really emotional. What were you both thinking while watching that?
I didn't think it was the right place or the right time, honestly. I think that's something that should have been talked about behind closed doors, honestly, without other people there.
I mean, I like the idea of the sand and the...
Yeah.
I was thinking of what can I do? Like, I would be so bad at this. Like, I have no imagination. But it was good therapy.
And a lot of fans are thinking that maybe Rob and Sophie might not work things out while at the resort. What do you think while watching the season back?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely in agreement. I felt that at the tell-all. Like, I tried to talk to them at the tell-all. We obviously know how that went. Here we are 5 minutes later. But I don't know. I think they're just very different and the dynamic is off.
During the exercise, Stacey revealed something pretty shocking.
She recently said something to Florian, like, what did she say? Why don't you tell her?
Should be single.
Yeah, told Florian.
Deserve more.
Yeah.
Told you that you should be single?
Yeah. Said to Florian, you're better off single, basically.
What sister does that? That's cold.
Were you shocked by that? Because I was just like, why would your own sister do that?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I don't know where it came from.
Even if it was a fight, that's like not something you say. You can never take what you say back.
Some of the other people at the resort were thinking that it's possible that Darcy might be into Florian. Were you thinking that watching that? Like, it was just such a strange thing.
It's so wild what people think, and then how it gets twisted, and then there's this article and that article. No, I don't think that at all.
What do you think about while watching Stacey and Florian's dynamic this season? Like, sometimes I feel like they could work things out, and then sometimes I get worried about them, like in this episode.
Note to self, if we ever have a party, we will call him and invite him personally so he doesn't get so upset.
Look, this like personal invitation is like it's a big deal in some places, but in this specific case, like she just yelled it out to everybody, so he should not get offended with that.
I think he's still in a very immature phase of his life.
In some countries, also in Israel, it's very important to invite in person and blah 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 and make an effort.
He did it in person.
I know, but in this case, like I said, it wasn't to nobody. It was just a yelling out this moment.
Speaking of the party, it was in Brandon and Julia's honeymoon suite. Brandon's been feeling like he has a lack of intimacy with Julia. Do you think maybe he's more into her than she is into him? That's kind of what some of the other people this season have said on Behind the Drama.
Here's the thing, what married couples go through phases, right? Obviously, we don't go through phases. Couples do go through phases where they don't want to be intimate or they're too stressed or whatever. But it was...
I don't know. They are the couples that I least understand. To me, they are so okay, so perfect for each other, but they never in a good place. I don't know what's going on with them.
Also, if we were in a honeymoon suite and like we didn't honeymoon first, we wouldn't be staying in the honeymoon suite.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that couple. That's the one that I don't understand the most.
I also don't know if I would be wanting to have a party. I think I would just want to be relaxing in the honeymoon suite personally. I'd be like, I don't know.
Julia is avoiding him by all costs, all means.
Yeah, she's avoiding.
He did try to win her over with some of his unique dance moves. Do you think they'll be able to work things out while at the resort?
I mean, listen, we always hope for the best and we wish the best to everybody, but there needs to be what is it, give and take? Like you guys, there needs to be when you guys are on the same level. Again, couples go through it.
When
But
I met them in person, they seemed fine. They seemed so good, on this resort. They're like
yeah,
always in a different place.
excited and like hyper and energetic, and they seemed very balanced. You're right.
Yeah, I've thought the same thing. Like they seem like they really love each other. So I'm rooting for them. I really hope that they work things out while at the resort because they seem like a really sweet pair. Now, jumping back to Florian, I know we touched briefly on his dramatic reaction to not being invited to the party.
Should invite everybody.
Now,
Or you not invite nobody.
Everybody invites.
Inviting you right now.
No, right now. What?
Not really. No, it just started.
No, it started. No.
I was under the impression that we were all invited as a group, but I just feel like he is taking it too far.
You want to respect yourself, you know? Next time he's going to invite you every time half-ass, basically. You go one time, these people don't care. I'm going to invite again last second.
Were you shocked when he kind of was losing his temper over that? I was not expecting such an over-the-top reaction.
I think he didn't want to go to the party from the get-go. I think he doesn't like Jasmine from the get-go. So this whole thing was all, boiling over from before. It wasn't just because of this invite, not invite.
Yeah.
That could be the case. It could be the straw that broke the camel's back, as they say. Stacey was really mad at him. Do you think the difference in their maturity levels could be contributing to their relationship issues?
Yeah, I don't think it's even like a cultural thing at this point. There is a big age difference and she's older and I think there is a maturity difference, but he's just like so extra over it.
But he's not a kid. He's like over his 30s, right? He's in his 30s. So
Is he? I think he's like in his late 20s. Regardless, he's just acting so immature.
But Florian, it wasn't just Stacey that he's been having issues with. He's also been having some issues with Jasmine this season.
Shut the up! Shut your mouth! What the tell me respect or shut up! You know,
Respectful first owner. There you go.
Shut up!
What's the Someone's screaming.
I just hope that Stacey lift your ass. You don't deserve a woman like
Shut
you don't deserve a woman like her.
Chihuahua.
I'm gonna you don't stop.
Shut the
To hell, man.
Shut Chihuahua, you on a tree? You on a tree? You know how
I'm not Stacey, okay?
down.
Yeah. I'm Jasmine and I'm crazy, dude.
Chihuahua, shut the
He ended up calling her a chihuahua, which I was like, what is going on?
Handled that so well. Like if anybody was gonna call me a dog, essentially, like she's good. She's like, yeah, I am a chihuahua and I yip, and that's it. Like I love her. It was very funny. She handled it well.
Calling me chihuahua. What is wrong with being a chihuahua? There is nothing wrong. I love chihuahuas.
Yeah, I thought her reaction, I was like laughing out loud when she was like, yeah, I am a chihuahua. What's wrong with chihuahuas? I like them. I was like, that is so funny.
I feel bad for her though on this. Like when we saw them at the tell-all, like all these years, like we all thought Jasmine's crazy, right? And she is, and I love her for it. But Gino, like really, it's like the quiet ones you have to watch out for. And he is like basically saying, I don't want you without saying it. Like she loves him. All she wants is love and affection and attention from him. And I feel bad. It's like embarrassing.
He needs a quiet, peaceful room without cameras, without nothing. Then he might, do something. But otherwise,
otherwise. So
yeah, it's difficult. Like sometimes she can be fun and happy, and she has a great personality at times, and then
the second
and then
going to
it's
ruin
like
everything.
Jekyll and Hyde, and then she can instantly turn into the
Devil.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
After this big fight this morning, I don't really want to go to the party right now and see Jasmine and get in another fight. So I'm good where I'm at, chilling in the hot tub. I told her I need consecutive days in a row that things are good between us. One day is not enough.
And we have seen him like rejecting her this season, which has been hard to watch, I feel like, as a viewer, because it's just, I feel really bad for her. Like, it must be really sad too, as like a wife, like getting rejected by your husband repeatedly and on TV on top of that. Where do they go from here? Do you think there's any repairing this relationship?
Jasmine needs to go like above and beyond, and he just needs to go away.
Brandon is getting rejected all the time too. So men get rejected too and get offended.
But
Just
for
saying.
literally for
I know.
years and like so public for so long, and everybody again always thought it was Jasmine is the reason. I know.
So she has been talking a lot about the idea of an open relationship. Do you think this could help? Because I don't know about that idea.
It doesn't work for us, I'll tell you that much.
It wouldn't work for anybody, I don't think. Like, it needs to be a very, very specific type that goes through that kind of route, and both partners need to be on board, and that's not going to work.
And I'm afraid because I realize that Josh and I want different things. And now I don't even know if he's at the resort anymore.
Do you feel like if you called Josh right now, he would pick up?
Let's try. He will not pick up. You see, we're talking about relation. What is it? I cannot even, and it's constantly, we cannot talk because he's always like that.
And finally, we do have to talk about Natalie and Josh, or should I say the lack of Josh this episode. Apparently she couldn't find him after their big blow up argument last episode. What do you make about how he's handling these types of situations?
I think you're at the last resort for a reason. So man up and be there if you want to work on this relationship. And if not, then just leave. Like, what's the point? I don't understand that. She said 3 years they've been together.
Yeah, on and off though, they always have like.
But you're there, you're at the last resort, not for a vacation, but to work on your relationship. And if you're not there, then just peace the out.
And why do you think Josh is there? What do you think he wants out of this? Because he doesn't appear to even want to put a label on their relationship after 3 years. Like, he doesn't even want that. Like, every time he's been approached by both the therapists and Natalie, he really just shuts down and doesn't want anything serious, it seems like.
It's like some people say, he just wants the exposure.
I was just gonna say, some people take advantage of 90 Day Fiancé, whatever show it is, and use it to their leverage. And it's
Or
really
maybe
unfortunate.
not. We don't know. Behind
Because
closed doors,
we've
a lot
never
of stuff
seen
happens. Natalie is,
Possibly.
not easy to deal with. So I don't know. Maybe he knows if he starts talking, he's gonna turn crazy.
Even though Natalie has some over-the-top reactions, I do feel bad for her in a way, because it does seem like she really wants a serious relationship and maybe just doesn't know how to approach things in the most mature way. So I do feel for her in that sense after watching the season so far.
Everybody wants love, even if they say they don't. Everybody wants love. Some people are content being by themselves, and everybody wants love. And I agree. I think that she maybe doesn't know how to approach it the right way with this person anyway.
Now, you obviously both have such a strong relationship. Fans love your relationship. You've been together for so many years.
It's because we work out. That's why. Look at these muscles, okay? That's why you're so strong.
What advice would you give to the couples this season, just in general, on The Last Resort, as a couple who's made it together for so long?
Alex is always right.
Both sides are always right. Just try to see it from their side.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Try and see it from their side.
Unless you really think that this person is not in it for the right reasons, then just, cut your losses.
And accept red flags. I hate when people know that there are red flags, but like avoid that. If there are red flags, just trust your gut and just.
But there's so many like cool therapies, also take advantage of it. Just use it. Even if you don't believe in it, just go with it. And
can you imagine if we did all these?
No.
We do this.
Don't even bring that up to the
idea.
Yes.
Yeah, your advice is a lot better than mine. My advice to everyone is always just dump them. Just break up. Like, I don't have the best advice.
I think that's what the problem, like in today's society in general, is that couples face problems, and instead of working through them, they just go their separate ways. And we've had our ups and downs, and we've worked through them. And I think that's why you go to the last resort, is to work through your problems. And if you can't, then that's it.
Personally, after watching the season so far, which couples do you think have the best likelihood of working things out, and which couples do you think maybe aren't going to make it through the last resort?
I don't think Jasmine and Gino are going to make it, because I think she's going to be over it. Like, I think she's just fed up.
Yeah, but we thought that many years. I think Brandon and Julia will have the best chances, but
Yeah.
you never know.
I do think that Stacey and Florian are going to make it. But I think she needs to accept that he's like immature, and that's it. And if she wants to deal with it as her husband and like not like a kid, then that's on her. But I think that they will make it.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Behind the Drama. Make sure to check back every week for more with your reality TV faves. And make sure to tune into 90 Day The Last Resort Monday nights on TLC.